Hi everybody, welcome to the March Igniting Souls Fellowship. So glad to have you here in person as well as online. If you're online, go ahead and let us know where you're from today. So today we're going to be hearing about how to start and how to create your own 5-day challenge. And I'm really curious to know, how many of you found this because of a 5-day challenge? Anyone in the audience? All right, so how about online? How many of you found this that you're watching because of a 5-day challenge? They are so powerful. I'm sure you've seen many of them online, and they're for different things. You have your own message. So today, we'll get to learn how to implement that to build your business, brand, whatever your message is. So I would love some help in welcoming up our Chief Igniter, Carrie Oberbrenner.
Fantastic, thank you. All right, good to see you guys today. We're going to plug in the mic and get all set here, but it's great to be with you guys today. And this teaching that I'm about to share a lot of times about finances, because I just feel like it's one metric. I get much more excited about life change and igniting souls. That's kind of the metric that I pay attention to. But I just want to share with you that this teaching today has literally earned over $1.5 million in the last 24 months. Is that pretty cool? Does anybody say, you know what, that could actually change my life? Right? Okay, some of you. So what about you guys online? What about you? You came here for a reason today. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually ask you to start by saying, why are you here? One of my coaches, Chet Scott, who for years, actually 18 years ago, he started coaching me, and he starts every session by saying, why are we here? And you have a reason why you're here. One of you drove 200 miles to be here today, I'm told. So let's give that person a big congratulations. Yeah. 200 miles. We might talk with them later. But, I mean, that's commitment. Some of you flipped on Facebook. You didn't drive 200 miles, but that is still a commitment. You're choosing to exchange your life today to be here. So my question is, why are you here? Can everybody write that down or type it in if you're watching online? Why are you here? James Allen says, until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. That means that if you're here today and you just say, well, I'm just here because, or I'm just here today to learn. You know what? I don't think that's enough. Can I push you a little bit today? I don't think that's enough. I don't think you made a commitment to be here today just to learn. I think that if you don't have a big enough why, you are not going to take action. True? I mean, do I haul the garbage out to the curb every day? What do you guys think? No, because it's not garbage day. In other words, the garbage day is the why, and it creates urgency. Some of you here today, you are not urgent enough. You do not have urgency in you. Now, we all know about the stigma of the person who gets the life sentence, right? They go to their doctor, and their doctor says, hey, I'm sorry, but you, my friend, have only a few months to live, or a few years to live, or a few weeks to live. Guess what happens? You suddenly hear about this person becoming incredibly focused, and they take action. It's kind of like they become supercharged, and they say no to everyone and everything that doesn't fit. Is that cool? What if you guys lived your life that way, where you said, I am going to choose to live my life intentional. I'm going to choose to live on purpose. I'm going to be choosing to be living with urgency. I'm going to set us up today, and we have a whole day full of bonuses, a day full of teaching as well. We have a special guest that's going to come up here in just a second, but my passion in life is to ignite souls, so much so that I left my safe, comfortable job about 7 years ago to say, you know what, I believe that I need to invest every ounce of my being into igniting souls, whether it's my family, whether it's my faith, whether it's the people like you, whether it's the people online. By the way, Erica, who do we have today? Where are they from today? Australia. Let's give that person a hand. Yeah, all right. We got some Texans. Ohio, fantastic. Indiana, all right. So the passion that we have is by 2020 to ignite 10 million souls. We had to up the goal because it was 1 million by 2020, and you guys crushed it. So now it's 10 million by 2020. So I'm going to ask you guys right now in the room or online if you guys can share this live stream, because we're going to hear from some amazing people today. We are going to give you guys a map on how to create your own 5-day challenge. Pretty cool? So after you guys share that, if you could just type in shared, that would be fantastic. Again, I'm a bald guy with a girl's name, but listen, I do my best. You know what's good about being bald? Can I just go off topic for a moment? Somebody loved on me yesterday on social media when I was doing an interview, and my bald head was radiating the light. Like today, right now, right? I might blind you. This person said, "You speak with a halo." And I said, you know what? I will take that. I receive that. I speak with a halo. So we're here to have some fun today. But here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn these 3 things, and then before we get into the content, I'm going to bring up a guest. Number 1, you're going to learn why some 5-day challenges fail before they even begin. Do you think that's an important tip? Before you invest all this time, maybe even money in Facebook ads, you need to know why most fail before they even begin. Number 2, we're going to talk about the most effective free platform, free, does anybody like that? On how to host your 5-day challenge. And we're going to talk about the next step to launch your own 5-day challenge. But some of you might be joining online. You're like, how did I even find this live stream today? And some of you might be saying, how in the world is this guy up here and what kind of results are happening? That's why I want to bring a special guest up today. This special guest, guess what has been done? His book does not launch until 48 more hours, and he's already pre-sold over 5,000 copies. Do you think that that's a good thing? What do you guys think? That's pretty good. Let's give that person a hand. Come on up, Dean. Awesome. Well, listen, I got a copy here, just in case you didn't.
Great.
But let's talk a little bit about this because, and by the way, I do like your hair. Nice hair, nice hair. It's very important, folks, when you do a product launch, that you do the marketing plan correctly. This is not your first book.
Correct.
So your first book released what day, what month, what year?
It released in November of 2017.
2017.
Mm-hmm.
So most people would say my dream is to just write one book. They're kind of done. But then it's like kids where you say, I'm never going to go through that pain again, right, ladies? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's what I'm told. But then you have another kid. So why did you call me last fall and say, you know what, I think I'm going to do book 2?
Yeah, I think for me...
And by the way, I was told I need to hold that, so go for it.
Okay. So I think for me, the reason behind the original book was to answer a problem that we had in our church and our organization. But for this book, we had the opportunity to do good, do good, do good. That's the way I say it. So I asked 29 different authors from our church to write with me. So the first thing is that in every church you have people who are sitting in the pews who would say, you know what, I would like to do that. I would like to write, but I don't know what to do. I don't have any idea how to do it, but they have a gifting, right? And we would, in our context, we would call that a spiritual gifting. So we give people the opportunity to use their gifts in ways, maybe in a church setting, that they wouldn't otherwise get to do it. So that's the first opportunity to do good. Second opportunity is that we have a cause, right? We're doing site development on a new facility. We have costs that come up. There are things that, we're probably not ready for. And whenever you turn dirt, dig ground, you find things you didn't know were there, right? So all of the proceeds from the book go to help fund the good that we're trying to do in the community as a church family. So there's the second good. The third good is that as a church, our number one need are people who come to us with relational struggles. Relationship struggles either as singles, dating couples, engaged couples to be married, married couples, parenting. And so what we did is we took the lives of the people who are in our church who have faced these very similar challenges to the ones that we get questions about all the time. Wow. We wrote to those. So the third opportunity to do good for us was to have a resource that we could give to put in the hands of people to help them in the context of improving their relationships.
So do you guys see how this idea really is leveraged to help people all across the world? Does this make sense? See, it's one thing when we say, I want to change the world. I think that's not big enough. Can I say that? I don't think that's big enough. I think if you're watching this today and you're saying, I want to change the world, you're thinking too small. It's we want to change the world. And I was at the author luncheon on Sunday, and you had families. You had, I didn't meet everybody, but I think some of the people who wrote a chapter even lost a child.
It's great. We have one family who their daughter, like 5 days before her senior year of high school started, she passed away in a car accident. Their faith has been incredible and amazing and is a testament. And you just know for people who experience loss like that, I mean, we have people who struggle with chronic illness like Parkinson's disease, people who watch children struggle with chronic illness and disease. But then on the positive side, some of the other practical issues we address, one of the chapters is written to give families 20 practical ideas to record digitally memories to help your kids look towards those instead of fighting all the time. One of the things parents talk about all the time, man, my kids their siblings, they fight. This family has found a way to help create memories that their kids could, to remind their kids, hey, we love each other, instead of just want to bicker all the time.
That's fantastic. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the next 2 days, and we're going to unpack how these 5,000 copies have been sold. Would that be good for you who want to launch a book? So tomorrow with Dean at 3 p.m., I'm going live on Facebook, and I'm going to basically unpack how these 5,000 copies were pre-sold. Because I will tell you, as I've worked with over 1,000 authors, the pre-launch to the first launch week is important. It's kind of like a movie where you guys see the hype that goes into movies. Is this true? You know within 72 hours after that movie releases if it's going to be a bomb or if it's going to be leveraged. Now, there are exceptions. Shawshank did not do well at the box office, but VCRs back in the day and reruns on cable spiked it. So there are ways to artificially make it happen, but launch week is huge. So then we're doing that tomorrow at 3, and then on Friday, we're going to have a global launch party, and I want to give one copy away today. Great. Can I do that?
Yep.
So I want Brad to come up. Brad drove 200 miles to be here today. Is that crazy or what? Awesome. So Brad, come on up, my friend. I just met you, literally today.
As long as I get to shake your hand.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And if you get to
sign it,
if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
More than happy to.
Be on my podcast. Can you do that?
Wow.
I have a podcast called pathwaytopromise.com. Love to have both of you on that for a while, but I really want to hear your story to be on my podcast.
Love to.
All right.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
So you guys go sign the book in the back. Excellent. And thanks so much, Dean. Awesome.
Right.
Thank you, Brad. Yeah. So I'll tell you why I did that first before the content today. And that is because I think sometimes we think you have to be Brad Pitt or, these crazy Uber celebrities to have success. And in reality, what Dean did is he got people around him. He got people that he already knew that probably never saw their own potential. Is this true? Do you guys remember how David and I met? David and I met at our church, and I paid him with what for the first 3-4 years? Chicken wings. Chicken wings. So here's my point. We hear all the time, oh, I need a business partner. I need a business partner. I need a big budget. I need an angel investor. No, you don't. You probably have like your sister next to you, right? Look at you guys. You guys are a team, right? You have people all around you. I know Renee's been having a lot of contacts through LinkedIn platform, but there's people all around us. In fact, you, my friend, interviewed some people in your town for your book, correct? I love it. Some big, high-powered individuals. There's people around us that are willing to help us, but here's your role. Here's your number one role as a leader. It's a vision caster. You guys need to cast vision. Right now, we are planning our team to launch a 5-day challenge in May. Totally new 5-day challenge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be one of the biggest things we've ever done. My job right now is to cast vision to our team. Make sense? So what am I doing? I'm meeting with Abby and I'm saying, here's why the graphics need to look good. Here's how I want them to be. We're meeting with Janine. Janine, here's what the pages need to look like. Your job is chief visionary. That is your job. If you say no one's buying into my vision, no one's buying into me, nobody's wanting to partner with me, it's because you have a small vision. You ever think about that? Do you realize that really successful people, catalysts, want a big vision? They don't want to mess with small vision. So I would say that if your vision is too small, that's the problem. That's the absolute problem. All right, you guys ready to dive in today? All right, let's dive in. Fantastic. Again, here's the link. We're going to have Erica share it. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you guys about that, and then on Friday we're launching the book worldwide. All right, today I'll admit at the very beginning I have way too much to talk about. A 5-day challenge is intense. A 5-day challenge is a lot of your time. But at the end of the day, we've brought in probably over 400 authors into our program and over $1.5 million. Do you think that that's worth some time? What do you guys think? Yeah? So let's talk about that. I'm going to give you guys some practical steps at the very end. If you like it, if you dig it, if you say I want some more, we'll talk about how to do that. In fact, we have a special bonus that we're going to give away to certain people at the end. I'll tell you what the bonus is before I even start. Here's what the bonus is. A special private live mastermind with me where I am going to help you craft your hook and your headline for your 5-day challenge. Do you think that would be good? Because I'll tell you what, that's one of the key steps for a 5-day challenge is you need the right hook and you need the right headline. And so at the very end, I'm going to share with you guys how, as a bonus for certain people in the room and online, I'm going to actually carve out my own time, which is something that is the most precious to me. You know, I'll give you a lot of material possessions before I give you my time, but I'm going to hop on a private mastermind with just a small group of people, and I'm going to help every single person with their hook and headline. Cool? All right, let's jump in. Right now, we have a 6-figure author 5-day challenge that culminates today. In one way, it ends, but in another way, it actually begins. And that's part of the strategy. Has anybody seen our Facebook ads the last 10 days about the 6-figure author 5-day challenge? If you haven't, I'm not doing my job. David's not doing his job. Have you seen them? You've seen them? Okay, you've seen them? We've had quite a few people see them, which means what? You think we've attracted some what? Some excited people and what? Some crazy people, some haters? Here's the number one thing people say. How are you giving all that away? What is the catch? Why are you just giving away these secrets? Do you think that that's actually a good sign when people on your Facebook ads say that? What do you think? Why are you giving away all this? What's the catch? It sounds too good to be true. In fact, if people aren't saying that, my thought is you're not giving them enough value. We want you to, I'm going to unpack some of our ads today. Would that be fun? To show you guys how to write good Facebook ads? I mean, that's worth the price of admission. I'd drive 400 miles for that, right? So I'm going to actually give you guys several scripts on how to write powerful Facebook ads that are true to you, but they follow a formula. Would that be cool? Awesome. The proof is in the pudding. Okay, you've heard that term. The proof is in the pudding. Here's my point. You can't fabricate this. There's a lot of people online that fabricate details. You cannot fabricate a Facebook group that today has over 38,000 members in it. By the way, do you think that that costs us money? Absolutely. So don't think, oh my gosh, I mean, wow, look at them, they're lucky. This actually was a detailed strategic plan to build a community through a Facebook group where the 5-day challenge is going to happen. Do you think we've had other publishers come in and try to poach people? Let's hear it louder. What do you think? Yes. What do you think online? What do you guys think online? Absolutely. What do you think you do when you see a competitor come in to your bought and paid for Facebook group and start saying, hey, I'm glad I'm at the party, and then start basically just not having any relationship with people, but saying, hey, buy this, buy that, buy that. What do you think you do as the Facebook admin? Cut them off. Said by our sensei in the front. That's better than kill them. He just said cut them off. I don't know if that means a sword. But here's the point. You can actually ban people. And here's what I would suggest. Write this down. Create guidelines for your group before the group begins. Don't say 10 days into your training, you know what, we should have some guidelines. I'd like everybody to read them. I'm going to give you guys some powerful, powerful things, but you got to write them down. And Erica, do we have a group have people been sharing? Because I'll tell you what, the more people share this thing, the more I get amped, the more souls we ignite, and the more secrets I give away. I'm just saying, right? It's like giving me alcohol. I just keep sharing the goods. No, I'm kidding. Bad analogy. All right, let's erase that from the recording. Here's the point. When you have a group, they can actually be confronted with a question. That's actually what we do. We didn't do this in the beginning. So right away when people join your group, because people will share the group and other people will just see the group and say, oh, my friend's in this group, I'm going to join. Right away your question can be, have you joined the 5-day challenge? That is so important. Because if they just join the Facebook group, that's not going to help you. Right away, before you even accept them in, they have to say yes or no. If they say no, our admin team says, you know what? No problem. Here's the link. We'd like you to join. Folks, you're not spending money to build a Facebook group. If you think that's the secret, you're missing it. The goal is not to spend money on a Facebook ad to build a Facebook group. Why? Let's talk about this. Do you think you have to get people's emails for Facebook groups? What do you think? Do you think you? What do you think? Do you have to get people's emails to get into a Facebook group? No. You want them to opt into what's called your funnel, your 5-day challenge. That's not so you can have their email address. Who cares? If you really want email addresses that bad, go buy them. They're not going to do anything for you. The email address is not the thing that's the big secret, because again, you can buy lists that are completely disengaged. The reason why you have an email list is the same reason why you call someone, to have a relationship. That's what the 5-day challenge is. The 5-day challenge is every single day as an auto email being sent to them for people who raised their hand and said, please include me. Please sign me up for this 5-day challenge. Here's what they do then. Day 1, you blow them away and add value. Day 2, you blow them away and add value. Day 3, what do? Blow them away and add value. Day 4, day 5. All 5 days, you completely give. And every single day, check this out, very important, has an assignment. If it's just like, hey, watch the video, not good enough. Not good enough. Your daily challenge has a daily assignment. And for accountability purposes, at the bottom of that email that goes out to these people, you link it back to where? Where do you think? Where do you think you link back? The Facebook group. Because now they do that daily challenge and they're right back in the community. And inside the community, that's where they say, yes, I did the challenge. Here's what I thought. Would you guys like to see some of this stuff? Would you guys like, no? Oh, I didn't hear it? No, you'd like to see some of this? Okay. I'm going to take you inside of the group and show you how the cool thing is when you do a post in Facebook, I don't know if you know this, what it does is it creates a permalink. That permalink forever will link people exactly to that photo. So what we do is we put like day 1, post your wins below. And what that does is it creates a permalink. And you can take that permalink, link it to your email, and say, hey, when you do day 1's assignment, click here and post your wins. And now forever, you can run that 5-day challenge, and they will always be posting on that particular photo. Truly, folks, when you set this thing up, in some ways it runs itself. Does that make sense? You do if it's not a 5-day challenge once, and oh my gosh, that was so much work. David, I forget, is this maybe our 6th time, maybe our 8th, maybe our 10th? I don't know. About 10? So we set it up once, and some of you have seen this. I remember the very first time we said, we've got 500 people taking the challenge. I mean, it was like, yes. And then it was, we've got 10,000, and I thought it would never get bigger. Now we're at 38,000 people. Why? Because if something works, you do it again. Now, we don't do it 24/7, evergreen, because I think it would lose some of its specialness. But over the last few years, we've tweaked it, we've made it better, we've made it more effective. Does this make sense? You guys catching this so far? Does anyone have any questions so far? Or should I keep going? Keep going? Okay. Erica, how are people doing online? What are they thinking? They're digging it? Okay. Any questions that they have? No? Okay. Why some 5-day challenges are doomed to fail before they even begin. Here's why. You ready? Here's why. Because they don't know what they're offering at the end. So they say, you know what? Let's have a 5-day challenge where it's, you know what? Go on a date night with your spouse for 5 straight days. That would be crazy. Somebody should steal that. Somebody should take that. If your book's about relationships, have a date your mate 5-day challenge. Ooh, that's good. Who wants it? Does anybody? What? Australia wants it. Date your mate 5-day challenge. Ouch, man, that is good. Now, that's well, we'll talk about. You're going to learn what's the difference between a hook and a headline in a moment. Make sense? But here's the point. What's the offer at the end? If it's just date your mate, cool, we went on 5 dates. Thank you for setting this thing up. Thanks for the accountability. No. You, my friend, have to have an offer at the end. What would be a good offer at the end of the date your mate 5-day challenge? 7 daily. I love how people are supporting each other in this room. So Dow Tippett's book, which is the 7 Daily Choices, published by Author Academy Elite. Fantastic. I love it. And that would be a book. And if you know what we teach called the fire starter formula, the fire starter formula is spark, flame, blaze. Spark, flame, blaze. In other words, you don't say, hey, thanks for going on the 5-day challenge. Do you want to join my $50,000 cruise to the wherever for 6 months long? And is that what you do? No. You go to spark, flame, blaze. A great spark would be, hey, here's a free book, I'll pay for it, you just cover shipping and handling. That would be good. And what David teaches in Business Academy Elite and Fire Ring is how to build that into a funnel, where once they enter their credit card information for the free shipping and handling, they're already excited. You say to them, hey, sounds like you're interested in this concept. Have you ever considered the course? The course is going to be me coaching you and your mate through a 4-step process that you can access for life 24/7. If you asked me to coach you and fly to your house for 1 day of coaching, it would normally be $5,000. But I'll tell you what, I'll fly to your house 4 times over the next 4 weeks, but through my online course. And instead of $5,000, it's $197. And guess what? $50 of that pays for your Facebook ads. Facebook ads should not cost you anything if they're doing well. Does this make sense? See, a lot of times we say, oh my gosh, Facebook ads. Oh my gosh, advertisement. If you are doing things well, advertising pays for itself. And therefore, what's the limit? What's the limit? If you have something that's working, and what's that? Exponential. The limit is your Chase credit card. Right? Is this true? So is this helping you guys understand some things? I know it can be like overwhelming, but let's just take it one step at a time. Let's take it at one step at a time. Here's what I want you to do. What is my offer? Don't even ask yourself, what's your 5-day challenge? What is your offer at the end of the 5-day challenge? Renee, can I pick on you? Come on up, Renee. Let's bring Renee up. Yes. All right. Now, the reason why I'm bringing Renee up is because she has a book that's fantastic that's going to be releasing in 2019.
Yes.
2019, yes.
Absolutely.
And you've been at Chick-fil-A a lot writing.
Yeah, Fridays are my Chick-fil-A days to write.
That's good. That's good. We're honored to be your publisher. The book is on comparison.
Correct. It's called Measuring Up, How to Win in a World of Comparison.
You think that's good? That's good. That's really good. So as you're thinking about a 5-day challenge, is this new? Like, oh my gosh, I could do my book with a 5-day challenge. Have you thought about that yet?
I have something for after the book, so I've
Okay.
been working on that. So I have a little bit of a mixture here going on in my head.
Okay. So, windows are opening up,
Mhm.
light bulbs. What would be your offer? What could be your offer? Maybe let's just say, what are options that your offer could be after people would do a 5-day challenge? On comparison.
Well, if the market is women, and if I'm actually
Sure.
my audience is women,
Okay.
then it could be joining a community of women who are all working to build a culture
I love
that
it.
is no longer comparing with each other, instead
it.
lifting each other up.
So this could be a membership site. Does this make sense? So at the end of your 5-day challenge, you could have a membership site. You blew my mind right there.
It's already started, by the way. I already announced it
There you
Friday.
go. She already, look at this. Pretty cool. So she has the offer, but now what you can do is you can throw rocket fuel on an offer by having a free 5-day challenge. Why do you think that's true? Why do you think that before people have a paid offer, that a free 5-day challenge makes a ton of sense? What do you think?
It gives people a taste. It lets them see that what you're offering and what you're doing makes sense for them. It gives them a trial, pretty much.
Fantastic. I like that. You guys think that works? Try before you buy? You think that's a model that we buy into? Fantastic. I'm excited. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah, let's give her a hand. Yeah. Awesome.
The size, you mentioned the size being too big is going to be a problem. Is there a place where the size of the offer is too small?
Can the offer be too small? Can the offer be too small? Sure. I think that the offer can be so small that it doesn't justify the time to do a 5-day challenge. In other words, if your 5-day challenge offer is $15, you'd have to sell a lot of those things to say at the end of the day, hey, all the work that it was to manage the Facebook group, create the offer, build the emails, yeah. I think you got to say at the end of the day, what excites me? Folks, the other day I was asked a question by Jeff Brown, actually. Let's tag Jeff Brown. Can we do that? Yeah, tag Jeff Brown on that, Erica, if you don't mind. But he interviewed me yesterday, and he said that a question had come in that he wanted me to answer, and that's how in one of my books I say that fear is a compass that directs your mind and body on what to do next. Fear is a compass that directs your mind and body on what to do next. And I'll tell you what, that's what I want you to do with your 5-day challenge. I want you to have an offer that at the end you're afraid of. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if anybody's going to purchase this. And then I want you to just stack the value. Stack it, stack it, stack it, stack it. Maybe it's access to you. Maybe it's one-to-one coaching call. Maybe it's a ticket to your live event. I mean, you stack the value so much that at the end of the day, you need to say, people are nuts if they don't do this. I would do this. I would do this. I would do this in a second because I think it has so much value. That's where you want to be. Does that make sense? So at first you're afraid because you're like, ooh, that's a big ticket item. Now, it doesn't have to be crazy, crazy big. Some of us who've never charged $1 online, we might think a $49 thing at the end. By the way, membership sites are recurring income. So you could have a membership site that they join, check this out, for $25 a month, that's less than $1 a day, to be in a new community with content, with videos, but check it out. You give them a 1-year option to upgrade. So instead of $25 a month, you say, hey, you can do that, or if you do it 1 year, it's what? I don't know, $197, I'm not good at math, but something like that, right? And then you can take them through their first month, and then Dow, once they are all in and they're excited, and they love the community, and they start building relationships with other women, then they say, you know what? We're going to do a semi-annual meetup. And the semi-annual meetup is going to be at this spa, and we're going to have content and blah, 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 blah. And by the way, it's $19.97. Now suddenly, oh my gosh, spark, flame, blaze. Make sense? You guys getting this? Any questions so far? Do you all have a potential offer? Do you all have a potential offer that you say, you know what, I could do that? Erica, I'd like you to ask people online, what is their offer? What is their offer? What's something that they could offer? That's starting with the end in mind. And here's what I'll say. Clarity attracts, confusion repels. One of my things that I say all the time. Clarity attracts, confusion repels. This means, folks, that if you are unclear on your 5-day challenge, like your 5-day challenge is the no beans, all greens, no sugar, carbs, and yellow with red vegetable 5-day challenge. Do you think anybody's going to be like, sign me up? You see what I'm saying? Folks, it is very important that you spend time on the headline and the hook. Because if you are not clear, does anyone have to guess and say, 6-figure author, 5-day challenge? I've already given you half your headline. Put 5-day challenge. But does anybody need to guess and say 6-figure? Now listen, we've had people on our Facebook ads go crazy, and Erica manages them. Erica, have some people been really awesome, and some people have been like, I want to kill this guy or something, right? Listen, there are people who are like, what is he even talking about? There's best-selling authors that don't even make 6 figures a year. And I kindly say, and our team says, that is true. And that is why we did this 5-day challenge, because they're not doing the model correctly. Does anyone need to guess how much Dean, before launch day, has made? What do you guys think? A $15 book, over $60,000 before it's even out. Do you guys think this is crazy? And he's doing one stream of income. In our program, we teach 18 streams of income. So my point is that, yes, you want people to be a little bit fired up on your Facebook ad and say, well, I don't understand how this is possible. And we kindly respond to these people. And some people just don't get it. At the end of the day, and we say, you know what, it sounds like it's not for you. Best wishes. Your goal is not to beg people. And by the way, check this out. Ooh, this is deep. This is deep here. Got to write a book on this someday, okay? The purpose of the Facebook ad isn't for the people who comment. Because you know what Facebook ads do? You know what most people do with Facebook ads? What do? They walk past them, yes? Yes, they do. But I'll tell you what. There's a ton of watchers. People who are seriously interested, what they'll do is they'll actually start scrolling through and reading some of the comments. Has anybody ever done this? I do this all the time when I see a Facebook ad. If I see 0 comments, I'm like, okay, that ad must not be doing well. It must not be interesting to people. But you see an ad that has 87 comments, and here's what I look for. How are the people who are owning the ad responding? Because if they are defensive, and if they're like, well, you know what? Forget you. You're an idiot. You don't understand. Guess what? Your Facebook ad will immediately repel all the watchers. We've had so many people join our programs because they've said, wow, that person just sliced you in half, and you responded with grace and a challenging question to them back. You actually view your Facebook ads as coaching opportunities. So if somebody says, well, you know what, I'm an author, and I've written 4 books, and I've only sold 4 copies, and this would never work for me. Then you respond back and say, you know what, it sounds like you really care about books. It sounds like you've put a ton of time in it. I understand how that could be frustrating. In fact, you are the reason why we created this 5-day challenge. Why don't you give it a shot? And if it doesn't work for you, it's 1 click to unsubscribe. And people are like, wow, that person. Marianne, you've commented on some of these things where you see these people that are really upset, right? But you've seen them kind of won over, and there's a ban button as well. If someone's just ultimately toxic, and here's what I think, they're attacking other people. That's where I ban them. I don't care if they take shots at me. In fact, you want a little bit of that. But if they're like attacking somebody else who says, actually, I'm in the 5-day challenge and I'm finding tons of value. And if they start attacking that person, click. It feels pretty fun. Right? Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun to ban if someone's just being ultimately toxic for people? But here's the other thing. A little bit of toxicity is good. It fires up the people who are getting value. And it causes people to rush to your defense, which is cool. All right, here's the question. What is your hook? What is your hook? What is your hook? We had ours be the 6-figure author 5-day challenge. Okay, that's our hook. 6 figures. Now some people think, oh, so I joined on Monday and on Friday I have 6 figures in my bank account. Okay, there are people that will say that. And we will say to them, you know what? Actually, and here's the other cool thing. In our 5-day challenge, I do interviews with our success stories. So it removes anything about, well, this is fake. You're making it all up. No, actually, there's Mary. Here's our interview. You can hear it. Here's Derek. You can hear it. Here's Melissa. You can hear it. Here's Nikki. You can hear it. All you need, and some of you are saying, but I don't have success stories. Hold on. Have you ever helped anybody relationally? Even before Dow was a coach, he coached people. Does this make sense? There are people who will rush to your defense to say, you know what, I'd love to be interviewed because I remember when I was about to throw in the towel. I was about to wring Johnny's neck because we were done parenting teenagers and he had his bags packed to run away, and you stood there and listened to me at Bob Evans and listened to my tears, and you helped me believe that it was hopeful for one more day, and that was the day that we had a turning point. Do you think that that person will get on video and say, this coach knows what he's talking about? See, some of us think, well, gee, I haven't launched the program, so I can't ask for a testimonial. A testimonial is someone credentialing you, your content, your process, etc. Make sense? All right. Mark, come on up here, man. Come on up. I know I always pick on you, but listen. Mark's business is blowing up, and part of it is because of this, and I just want to talk about some strategies. In the beginning, you may have done a free shoot or two in the beginning. That's not out of the question, folks. You guys can do a free complimentary coaching session for a testimonial. Does that make sense? What have some of those free shots turned into? And by the way, Mark and Shelley Photography, let's put a link. They do all of the photography for us, so anything that you see that looks good, he did. If it looks bad, I probably took the photo, okay? But what has some of those free things turned into?
The free that we gave away turned into pay shoots with us. We got our.
Oh, can we tell the we won't name names, but can we tell the wedding story the other day? Imagine being at a wedding and your photographer leaves halfway through. Wow, that would be a bummer. Let's talk about it. You want to hear that story? I want to hear it.
Short story.
All right.
I was there doing a branding shoot for a restaurant and a DJ. There was a wedding party there. They knew we were coming, and we got to meet them, and we were doing our job. And about an hour and a half, 2 hours into the event, the bride comes up and goes, "Have you seen our photographer?" I'm going, "No." He literally left.
With the paycheck.
With the paycheck. And she goes, "Can you stay?" And I said, "Absolutely." And so we finished shooting everything, the father and daughter dance, the cake cutting, everything. So we put a nice package together, and they got it.
They got it.
Yep.
You guys see how that works? Fantastic. All right, let's give them a hand. Good job. Awesome. So, folks, you can build your testimonials through complimentary services in the beginning. Nothing is out of the question, okay? All right, what is your headline? Here's our headline. And I got to give David props for creating this headline. Because what you want on your landing page is where people sign up for your 5-day challenge. Here's what it says. This proven system has generated record numbers of 6-figure authors over the past 36 months in big type. Below that, the biggest problem authors face is not the actual writing of the book, it's the marketing. Join the free 5-day challenge and learn how to go pro with your writing. Cool? That's called what? A headline. Renee, let's pick on you. What if we said, this community, right? Name what you're selling. System, right? Framework, process, community. So guys, literally what you're looking at is a $1.5 million strategy. Copy it. So this blank has generated blank. This blank, what is it? Book, process, framework, system, community. What else could we have? I don't know. Event. What else could we name? Anything? Or have I picked all the words of the day? This spouse. All right, I love it. I love it. Training. Absolutely. So this blank has generated blank. Give them the after. You guys have all seen the before and after, right? Before and after. Before the diet, I looked like this. After, I looked like this. Before I did this, whatever. Hired this trainer, I looked like this. Show them the after. So what Renee would do is she would say, people who no longer compare feel these feelings about themselves? I would say confident. Do you think a confident person has to go around and see how they compare with everybody else? No, so that's an after. Confidence. Renee, what might be one more? Successful. So you basically list the after, and you say you can list a time over the past 12 months, over the past 6 months. That's just one example. You guys know in Firing, our private mastermind and Business Academy Elite, David gives many more options. This one is time-based. But you literally put the formula in. Then the subtitle is this: the biggest problems women face is comparing themselves with other women. You think that will sell? The biggest problem women have for not living their best life is comparing themselves with other women. It makes them play someone else's game rather than their own. This 5-day challenge will give you the 5 keys you need to unlock the comparison, whatever. Name it something. Make sense? You guys think this could work for you? I don't hear a lot of yeses. Does anyone? Yes? Oh, you're writing. Okay, you're writing it down. Okay. Now, do you want to see some of these Facebook ads? Would that be helpful? All right. You got to tell a story. Remember, what do I tell people? Selling is serving, and marketing is storytelling. So if you showed up today and you say, I stink at selling and I stink at marketing, great. Welcome to the club. Can you serve people and can you tell stories? And if you can, you're a fantastic sales and marketer person. So let's talk about it. Here's story number 1. This is ad number 1, successful ad number 1. By the way, why am I giving this to you guys? If this works and it's making us influence and impact and income, why would I give you the formula? Giving value? Because I was wondering myself. No, I'm kidding. Because I'll tell you why. I see you guys and the value you can create for others. The fact that Brad drove 200 miles to be here today. The fact that we have people from Australia and Texas and the UK and all kinds. The fact that you're going to share this teaching with other people, that's the payment for me. That you say, oh my gosh, this has helped us. I want to share it. I want to tag some people who need to create their own 5-day challenge. That's payment for me. So here's story number 1. It's called the myth story. You talk about all the other myths. So for Renee, it might be women are born to compare themselves with others. I don't know. I mean, this is your sales copy. Mine is I take all the myths that are out there, all the hater comments, and just say them right out of the gate and say, you can't make money writing books. By the way, that's going to shock some people. People are going to see an ad for publishing and say, you can't make money writing books. Authors are just starving artists. Being a full-time writer is just a dream. Why not hit them all 3? So pick the biggest 3 obstacles that someone would say to why Dow's relationship. Here, people never change. My spouse will never listen. You just hit the top 3 about why relationships, people believe that they're not going to work. We're just incompatible. Can you guys do this? I'd love to hear a few from the crowd. Who's got one? Who's got one for their thing?
Just my personality.
It's just my personality. Yep. I never was any good at it. I just can't get over it. You guys are well on your way to your 5-day challenge. Then what I say is, I've heard all these statements before. You know what? I'm actually the guy that said them. Now listen, I'm going to try to link to the Facebook group so you can see the whole ad. All right? Check this out, folks. This is I'm pulling back the curtain big time. Can you guys see this? Some of you? All right. So David and I, we go back and forth with ads. He does his magic. I usually write some of the stuff. He tells me make it better. Then I write it again, sometimes. But here's the point. Honestly, I used to say them myself. Make no mistake, there is some truth in them. I'd want to read this ad. Most authors never sell more than a few hundred books in their lifetime. How many did Dean just sell before the book came out? Over 5,000. But is the problem the industry or the author? Ooh. We all know books were meant to be read, not just written. Yet this only happens when, boom, boom, boom. What we're selling people is how to write, publish, and market their book the right way. What Dow should be selling is how to communicate, boom, boom, the right way with your spouse. Because here's what. If you don't address that, people are going to say, I've tried it before. I've tried that before. It's not going to work. No, you didn't try it the right way. Make sense? You might be thinking, oh, you see where this is coming from? What do most authors say? When you say the word marketing, what do most authors say? Yuck, ouch, no way. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that girl. You might be thinking marketing, ouch, or even yuck. See if you can relate. Have you ever thought an author's job is to write, not market? See, listen, I'm going with the haters so they can't even comment. It's like I just took the haters' words right out of their mouth, right? Because trust me, in the beginning people said, it's not the author's job to market the book. It's the PR person, okay? I've hired PR agents before. They press send on a press release. You can press send too, okay? The only reason you should buy a publicist, check this out. Here's the only reason you should buy a publicist. To buy, and this might sound very yucky, but it's true. To buy their relational collateral with the media. In other words, if you know this publicist knows this news station, they don't know you. So your publicist becomes the liaison to say, hey, I'm going to connect you with Wendy because you are perfect for Wendy's news story. That's why I buy an agent, which I did last fall, because I knew that I wanted two things. I wanted to be on local TV because we have a global following. People from Australia and the UK watch and listen, but sometimes people in our own hometown don't. Make sense? My most recent strategy has been LinkedIn to connect with local people, and you guys have seen some of that recently. Okay, viral post 2 weeks ago. We got another one that's taken off. So again, I'm up for trying different things, but I addressed the haters. I don't like people who self-promote. A good book should stand on its own. I don't have a marketing or publicity budget. I don't know how to market my book. Then I take a real vulnerable shot right here. You think it's vulnerable to say this? Absolutely. People jump on our webinar. David knows this. I'm not making this up. Our sales team gave us a report the other day. They said that people love your vulnerability, and they feel that they can trust you. That's why they said that people join the program. It's not because, oh, I know all this stuff. Oh, they say, I feel like I can trust this person. I feel like he's vulnerable. I feel like he's the real thing. Okay? Why? Because I used to say these things to justify why I wasn't successful, when in reality, the first books that I wrote, it was me who was the problem. Like, I just remove everything right there. Because I want someone to read this and be like, you know what? Ouch. Maybe he's right. Maybe my other two books didn't work because, you know what? I didn't follow the 52 mini mission model that he teaches in Author Academy Elite. I didn't have a launch party. I didn't have a launch team. I didn't have a digital press kit. all the things that I've shown you guys in the program, those things are different than every other author thing out there. Every other author thing out there is like, oh, just put your book out there. So here's what I do. I'd say I wanted to go pro with my passion. In 2010, I discovered a secret. I found out got to discover something. So, folks, this, my friends, is called the Joseph Campbell Hero with 1,000 Faces, Hero's Journey. Right, Pete? I mean, this is what I'm saying. I had this dream. I wanted to do it. I couldn't find it, but I discovered this secret. Now, you will get haters that are like, well, if it's such a secret, why are you teaching us then? Look, you're not going to please anybody. A long time ago, I realized, you know what? There are going to be haters on the ads. And you know what? They're probably hating themselves more than me. When someone is a hater on you, it says more about them than you. Is this true? Have you ever met self-confident people, successful, that go around and just say, ooh, who can I hate on today? Let me get a list. Usually, it's the unsuccessful people who are very much angry, and you just got in the way. So you gotta put on your bulletproof vest when you go to Facebook ads, okay? Awesome. All right, let's keep going. Then you start talking about some success. Here's what the model did. Here's some numbers. Then here's very important, and you guys can take these 4 things. Right away, people say, well, what do I get? We saw this in the comments, so we said, you know what? We got sick of copying and pasting, so we just put it in there. If you sign up for the 5-day challenge with Renee, you're going to get 5 daily videos that talk about how to overcome comparison. Sprinkled in there, you're going to get a master class. The master class is going to be where she gives her fantastic live teaching that then has the offer. Okay? You tell them what's coming. We want to include a free ebook. Your ebook can literally be your slides that have fill in the blanks. We found that an ebook that has blanks in it that people have to fill out online would be better. Why is that? If you just say, here's the ebook for joining, here you go, what happens? They just throw it away? They might read through it. What happens, especially with type A people? What happens if there's blanks with something? Listen, I used to be a pastor. I would miss one point by accident. There would be people yelling at me from the pews, hold on, you cannot dismiss church until I get blank number 2. I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, but have some blanks in your ebook. And you don't trick them. You say in your autoresponder, here's your ebook, or what we like to say, your guidebook. Here's your guidebook. Here's your comparison guidebook. Here's your relationship guidebook. And on the live masterclass, we will literally help you fill in the blanks. You like that little play on words there? Filling in the blanks, literally, okay? You'll also get this Facebook group, and I show up there every day to answer any questions you have. Folks, when you position this with authenticity, what else can they say? I mean, what can they say to this? Oh, and by the way, check this out. For all the people who are like, oh, hold on, what's the catch? You tell them this. All this is free. Sure, if you want to go deeper down the line, you can, but that's up to you. You see that? You see how we tell them right out of the gate, sure down the line, if you want to go deeper, that's up to you. Folks, what else have we said that's wrong? I mean, I'm not saying any ad is bulletproof, but can anyone attack this? Now, sure they did, but you see what I'm saying? You answer all the issues, right? All right, so that's just one ad. Okay, look, we got a hater.
Before you get too far there,
Go for it.
the
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got much shorter ones. So Suzanne Corb's a hater, by the way, whoever she is. Love on Suzanne. She's the angry face, the one who didn't like our ad. But no, I'm listening. So let me take you to the smaller ones. We have much smaller. This was the actual ad. It's called a long copy ad, and we never used to roll with these. But you know what I thought? I thought, let's roll with some. Let's give it a shot. And David and I experimented. Okay? Here's story number 2. What does it take to become a successful author these days? These 3 things, boom, 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 right? I don't know. Let's see this ad here. I don't think I included the short ads for a reason, but I can go there. I can go there and get some. And the reason why I didn't include them, because I wanted to include the story. But let me go to some of these ads here, and I'll give you guys some other ones as well. I'll try to find them here. Because we have some very short ones as well. It's just get in, get out, this type of thing. We'll show them to you here. By the way, this is our Facebook page. Anytime there's a green, it's a comment. Sometimes when I come to this page, I have to brace myself every time. And Erica and Tanisha actually run them. And I'll tell you why. They run them for time, but they also run them too. I used to manage them all, so that's fine. But you can also get too defensive. If you see someone hating on you every day, and you see your credit card bill going for the ads, you got to protect yourself, right? So Erica and Tanisha jump on here a lot. I have no idea what this person's going to say. Here you go. Here's a short one. That's it. Sure. Most authors never sell more than a few hundred books in their lifetime. This isn't due to a lack of effort or passion. The truth is most authors don't know how to launch and market their books the right way. In my brand new free live training, I will show you how to market your book like a rock star without being spammy, salesy, or self-promoting. You will also receive a free author roadmap. I shared the 12-step plan for how I launched a book and earned 6 figures in 6 weeks. So this one has had over 1,300 people like it. We don't have any angry faces. Probably because we banned them. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But this number's big, almost 400 shares. Okay, and you can go here. Oh, here's another thing we've done. I just hop on and put pictures. So when the ad runs, I just say, you know what? Let's ignore all the haters in the beginning. Let's just show pictures. Now, there's people here that get angry and all that stuff, but you're always going to have that. But here's pictures. Pete, you're probably in this picture. But this is I say another pick from the book signing. Just a few of the authors we helped. There's Renee and Teresa. Here's some more. Here's some more. Here's some more. There you go. So I actually go back on the ads after, and I just say, hey, I'd love to help you like we helped some of these people, That's why a photographer is important, right? Listen, I encourage you guys to speak for free. Sometimes you say, should I ever speak for free? Yes. Hire a photographer. Or say, hey, photographer, not Mark, because he's at a whole nother level, but somebody who's just starting out, say, let's do an exchange. You're starting out as a photographer. I'm starting out as a coach. I'll be a testimonial for you. You be a testimonial for me. I'll coach you on some business things. You take some photos. You speak to a group. They don't need to know who's in the group, right? And now you have photographs. Make sense? Awesome. Okay. Any other question? Great question. But you see how short that was? That was super short. David teaches you in Business Academy Elite how to do Facebook ads. You can choose text that's too big and your Facebook ad will get rejected. This is the perfect amount, the perfect size. This is where in Firing and Business Academy Elite we have training on this, because if it was bigger, it would have been flagged and shown to less people. If it's too small, people can't even see it. So we experiment. Sometimes I use nice-looking female authors. And I had one person say, hold on. your name's Carrie and I thought you were a girl, and this image is a girl, and now I don't trust you. Why don't you use your photos yourself? I say, because I'm bald. No, I'm kidding, but I do say that, right? Here's the point. Listen, folks, you're going to get people all the time, okay? But so you unsplash.com, get your pictures free. Unsplash.com, get some pictures for your ads, okay? Cool? Good stuff? Any questions so far before we jump back in? Any questions so far? All right, let's keep rolling. We got to go quick here. And I didn't think I'd have a lot to talk about today. All right, so let's keep rolling. A couple other things here. So you already discovered why they're doomed to fail. Bad headline, bad hook. Like I said, if your hook is 3 paragraphs long, no one's going to join your 5-day challenge. If your headline isn't powerful, people say, why do it? Number 2, the most effective platform to host your 5-day challenge, folks, Facebook group. Facebook group. Facebook group because it's on everyone's phone usually. You might have some people say, well, I'm not on Facebook. Fine. Take the 5-day challenge. It comes to you via email anyway. Can you put, Erica, can you put in the notes convertkit.com/carry? Convertkit.com/carry. That's a special link that gets you a 30-day trial, no credit card required, and you can experiment for 30 days with ConvertKit and decide if you like it. But you can experiment to see. All you need is an autoresponder, right? That shoots out that email for 5 days. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, okay? All right, let's go to our next thing. Again, this is the Facebook group. And notice, this is David's landing page. It's all benefit-driven. It's not 4 paragraphs long. Folks, there's 2 stacks of benefits. Here's what you're going to learn. Benefit 1, benefit 2, benefit 3, benefit 4, benefit 5, benefit 6. That's all important. If you just say, hey, join my 5-day challenge. Why? I don't know why. Just join it. Crickets. Okay? Number 2, here's what it includes. Boom, boom, boom. Interviews with authors, instructional emails, membership in a Facebook group, masterclass, global community, bonus resources, surprises. Cool? All right. Check it out there. That's the link for this page, carryoverburner.com/5-day challenge. You should all be in the 5-day challenge. If you've already been in it, you don't need to be in it again. If you're watching, you need to be in it. Because I'll tell you what, today is my on day. You guys realize that? I go from the fellowship to a live webinar at 1 p.m. with 12,000 people. It's a pretty exciting day. Okay? So I woke up, thoughts, prayers, a little bit of cycling on the indoor bike. I mean, I'm ready. I'm amped. I'm excited. So today we're gonna basically give tons of secrets away. My 15-year writing career, I'm gonna give my very best. And then on the 5-day challenge, people are gonna learn this stuff. Then we're gonna have an offer, right? All right. Number 5, the next step to launch your own 5-day challenge. So tell me what number 1 was. I want to test you guys. What was number 1? Yeah, why don't they work? Bad hook, bad headline. So why will they work?
Good hook,
good headline. Number 2, the most effective platform. Facebook groups, yep. Number 3, the next step to launch. The next step to launch your own 5-day challenge. Listen, we're almost out of time, and I want to give you guys talk about that bonus, and I want to talk about what I believe your next step is, okay? How many of you are already coming to the Igniting Souls Conference in the room? Raise your hand. Raise them high. Okay. So we got almost everybody's already coming, which is great. How many of you online are coming? I'd love to hear you guys, if you're already signed up, if you're coming to the conference. Here's what David and I are going to do. We are so excited about this year's Igniting Souls Conference. We're going to shake things up. We're always mixing it up. We have Carrie Wilkerson who's coming. We're going to have specialists that are going to be teaching on certain subjects that we believe are trending right now. Every conference is different. There's never been a conference, and trust me, I know. I have colleagues who every year they get their conference, they dust it off, and they say, let's do it again. I know one person who's done the same conference twice a year for 7 years. They're on their 14th year, and it's the same conference. That's easier. That would be a lot easier for David and I to be like, you know what? Slides are built. Workbooks are done. Just put a new date on it. But we say every single year, crumple it up, toss it away. Let's say, what do our people need? What do our people need to get them to the next level? And so then we bring and we begin to find speakers on those topics that are going to offer those values. We don't want to just get speakers who stand up and say, hey, let me pitch my thing. Trust me, we get those emails. We say, what do our people need? And you guys have felt that. Have you felt that over the years? Right? So we brought on Jeff Brown to talk about podcasts, and we brought in Rachel Peterson to talk about social media, Amy Ladino to talk about vlogging. I mean, Dan Miller to talk about course creation. We bring in the people, Dexter to talk about speaking, that you guys need these things. Well, it's no different. We are going to focus this year on things that are going to move the needle for you guys even more. We believe 5-day challenges can move the needle for a lot of you. Do you agree? After today, do you agree that, like, hey, what if I bundled with my book a 5-day challenge that then would bundle a membership site or a course? So today, I got to give you an applause. The best I could do for you maybe was to motivate you. I hope I did. To challenge you. You made it a calendar issue. Maybe I encouraged a decision. Some of you, did anyone make a decision today for something? Yeah, you did? Okay. The processes encourage development. It matures you, right? It is a culture issue. It changes you. I want to invite you into a process. The process is this, that we are going to give this bonus away, which I think is going to be fantastic. It's going to be me in a very private group. This bonus is only going to last for 72 hours. It's going to be a free bonus for the people who say yes to what I'm about to say. It's just an extra bonus. But here's what it's going to do. It's going to help me help you craft your headline and your hook for your 5-day challenge, which is truly the most important thing with your 5-day challenge. We're going to give that bonus away to those people that say, you know what, Igniting Souls Conference is the choice that I want to make. I should be there. And this year, the theme is your next best step. So many times we go to conferences and we say, look at that rock star. Look at that person. Oh my gosh, look at them. I see them on YouTube all the time. Look at that person. And we say, what about me? I got nothing going on. Have you ever felt like that? I felt like that before. In 2011, I walked into my first business conference, and I was like, wow, I shouldn't be here. Everyone looked like they had it together. I still had my pastor job. I'm like, do you even have anything, Carrie, to give people? Can you really even offer anything? And I'm thinking like, gee, I know I've capped out. I'm 12 years at the same church. Like, I know there's something else for me. But I was scared. Who was my focus during that conversation that I had with myself? Me. And I had that conversation for the first hour at the conference. And thank you, God, at lunchtime, I sit at a table that randomly starts asking questions about books to each other. Is that cool or what? I'm sure like there was one table in the whole conference that did that, and they're asking all these questions about like, should you get an agent? How much does an agent take? How do you send a proposal in? Do you need to write a proposal? And I just say, you know what? I'm going for this. And I just say, hey guys, you know what? That agent, you don't need them necessarily. They're going to take 15%. They are good, but it's tough to get an agent. And they're going to ask you, how big is your platform? after about 20 minutes, people look at me and they're like, where are you getting this from? And then, kind of ashamedly, I pull out one of my books and I'm like, well, I'm an author. I've written 4 books. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then they said, could you spend a little time with us? I got a question about my book. The rest of the conference, I just coached people for free on all the breaks, didn't even have anything to sell, just like secret. People outline their books. It became like the reputation at the event, not officially, but like, you need to talk to that guy. You need to talk to that guy. I walked away with Jill Scott and Linda Outka signing up for my make-believe programs. This is a true story. You guys know Linda Outka? Who was our first author that published with Author Academy Elite? Jill Scott. Jill Scott published with Author Academy Elite the first book ever. We've had over 1,000 others jump in and that are in process or published. And Linda Outka is now our master level coach that coaches our coaches. Folks, that was my problem at that conference. You see what I'm saying? I birthed with David a multi-million global business because at a conference, and then I said I'm going to have a mindset change. And I'm going to show up at this conference and give, and not sell anything. And people began asking for business. Like, oh my gosh, the conference is ending in 24 hours. How can I take you home with me? That was the question. Well, you know what? I skipped the cocktail party, went up to my hotel room, and wrote out a one-pager. And I said, Linda, this is my author, Jill, this is my author program, and Linda, this is my opus program. And it was the who, what, when, where, why, how, and they both said we're in. And that began the process. Do you guys think you can do that? Come on now. Come on, you guys can do that, right? Don't you have a specialty? Can't you give? Can't you write a fictitious program on a one-page? Yes, you can, right? Here's the point, guys. The Igniting Souls Conference is October 25th through the 27th. It is so close to you here locally. Okay, we have people that literally fly in from Australia. We've had people that literally fly in from Scotland, from Ireland, all over the world, South America, Africa. Here's the point, guys. The whole theme is built around your next best step. I said since the beginning of time, we've been gazing at our neighbor's lawn, trying to see whose grass is greener. Thanks to the internet, we now have access to billions of backyards. Right? We look and we focus on other viewers, dollars, and all this stuff. Comparison is a popular blood sport, making casualties of us all. Folks, we need to stop focusing on other people's game, because then we're not doing our own game. True? All right. So the point is this, folks. You've been created to create, and it's time to admit that you're in the race of one. Marathons and mountaintops share one thing in common. Both are reached by taking your next best step. So here's how people can get this bonus. Number one, if you register brand new for Igniting Souls Conference by March 15th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, if you get a new ticket for Igniting Souls Conference. Okay? So, online, you can go to ignitingsoulsconference.com. Erica just popped in the link. Folks, we guarantee your experience. Tickets right now are massively reduced. VIPs are reduced by $350. Regular tickets are reduced by $250. List price. And last year we had people who paid for those. We did sell out, but they paid prior to the sellout for those high-end tickets. Sign up now. We have hotel blocks available. People can room with each other. Like, you need to get there. You absolutely need to get there. If you already have your ticket, and you're like, crud, I already have my ticket, I'll tell you what. You know David and I have been giving bonus after bonus after bonus, free, free, free. I think we've given 4 extra bonuses since people have bought their tickets just because we're generous people. This is the first bonus that I'm saying, you know what, you want it? If you already have a ticket, I'm going to make you work for it because I want a full room there. I want to ignite souls. It takes our team months of work to do, and I need your help. And so guess what? If you want this bonus, if you already have a ticket, share your affiliate link. Get somebody. By the way, we pay you. When you have an affiliate link, we pay you an extra $100 for free just by you saying, you know what, I'm going to this conference. Who wants to come with me? You put in your link. They click your link to buy. You get $100. You get this bonus. You do it with 4 people, and we give you massive bonuses. It's called the Tribe Track. And I don't even know how people can find that. It's ignitingsoulsconference.com/tribe, maybe. Give that a shot. But make sense, guys? So the choice is on you. Do you want that special bonus? Register by March 15th. If you want a bonus and you already have a ticket, bring somebody who's not in the tribe and bring them along with you. Have them be part of your team. Make sense? All right, I will take 2 minutes of questions. That's all the time we have left. If you say, how do I become an affiliate? Listen, pay for your ticket that way. Get 4 people to come, and you got money for, gas money too. So, again, we want to fill up the place. Our tickets right now, we haven't even done like ads or public promotion or any of that yet. I think we're at, with claimed tickets, we're over halfway with claimed tickets, okay? And claimed tickets, with some of our programs, we say this year, you want a free ticket, join Author Academy Elite or Business Academy Elite, that ticket is included in some of those programs that we have as well. That's all found at ignitingsoulsconference.com. All right, so anybody have any 1 or 2 minutes of questions? Dow.
I just have an observation I think is important. All your copy is written to you, so it's directed at an individual reading that.
Okay.
There's no we, there's no...
Yes, ooh, that's good.
It's not they, it's directed.
That's good. I like that. So my sales copy is speaking to someone at Starbucks rather than standing on a stage. The other thing, if you struggle writing sales copy, here's the big secret. You ready? Write it to your former stuck self. I was that author. Right? Renee may be that recovering comparer. Dow may be the one who needed to make 7 daily choices. Make sense? So if you're saying, I don't know what to write as sales copy, say, if your former stuck self called you and said, I'm stuck, can you help me? You know that person, you're empathetic to that person, you're kind to that person, write to that person. Cool. Any other questions? Yes?
Yes, if we find 1 or 2 people,
Yeah.
By March 15th,
Yeah.
then will they also get this free action bonus?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Fantastic. I love it. And maybe they can become part of your team then. Right? We built the Tribe Track this year so that people can say, just like Brant Gibson, who said, I'm going to bring my videographer, I'm going to bring, and some of them are his kids, by the way, right? So he's like, I'm going to bring the people that I would have the conversation with after the conference anyway, and now we're going to get in the same room, and at night when they have breaks, we're going to get together and mastermind as a team. This is what Pat Luce did last year. He brought his son. He brought his daughter-in-law. They are part of his team. Pat Luce just sold 69 courses in January. 69 courses at 69 courses at $600. Please somebody do the math because I have no clue. 69 courses at $600. 42,000. You think the conference was a good thing for him to go to? That's my point, guys. We build the conference so that it's free, meaning you will literally walk away and say, now I can make this change, now I can make this tweak. We want the conference to pay for itself for you. In fact, you know that I put a guarantee that by Saturday at 5 p.m., if you have not gotten 10x your conference ticket, even though you've eaten lunch, even though you've eaten dinner, even though you've been there on your second day, you come up to us, you say it's not meeting my needs, you turn in your course content, we give you a full refund. That's how much we believe in this conference, okay? Anybody else? All right. Erica, any questions online? Or we're good?
Does ConvertKit help with the sales funnel as well, or do I need something else?
So ConvertKit right now has a ton of free tutorials, and you could put together a funnel through that. I'm not saying it will be, the most streamlined, but they have tutorials. Listen, folks, David and I have had a principle since we began, bootstrap everything, right? So when people said, oh my gosh, your videos look really good, what kind of selfie stick are you using? It's called my arm. Right? For years, I literally would be walking at Hoover, holding up my camera and doing my videos. And people are like, that's a great angle. Like, it's up top. Like, what selfie stick are you using? Is it this $200 one? I'm like, it's called my arm. I got another one, too. Right? They are long. Okay? But here's the point. Use what you got. There's a guy right now who literally has a business. He's one of Oprah's biggest people right now, and he literally used to take cardboard boxes, take a flip phone, duct tape it, and literally record his courses that way because he could not afford a tripod. My point is this, guys, what's your excuse? What's your excuse? Take imperfect action today. Take imperfect action today. Thanks so much, guys. I had a blast. If you need to chat after, I'll be here. Take care. We'll see you.